It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the football team and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will... A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you try the crowd out of it.
To throw on second down, Jacobs. And this one's incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jacobs. Complete to right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And this Charles definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The numbers for Davis last week, 3 catches, 95 yards, and a score.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. They'll run on first down. Right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jacobs over the middle, complete. It's Griffin. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here on first down. Right. Powers past him at the 5. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Looking to throw. Jacobs. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Bring it up.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, it's Saunders, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
36-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Washington.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will finally get to him on a great return. He'll set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he spent the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. And if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. They have the short field, and they make quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball and try and get things settled down a little bit.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Thomas has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Saunders. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Again, he'll drop the throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. They'll go option to the short side. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing. Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment on the defensive side of the ball. If the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense. Sometimes you have to slow things down. Get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Well, here's a handoff out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points. So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run on first down. Right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jacobs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jacobs. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Griffith. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
On first down, it's right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jacobs. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Operating from the gun, Jacobs. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Russell. And he will have the Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Jacobs. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, Jacobs. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3. Got the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That's caught. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Out there They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll run on first down. It's Saunders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down now, it's Saunders. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Washington going to send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Jacobs. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. Jacobs. Williams brings it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the gun, Jacobs. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So, as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points in 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Big hold to the 30. They find some open field here. And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man, there is Malone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before we can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on 2nd down, Jacobs. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jacobs firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Jacobs. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to it. He gets it done. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Malone. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On first down, it's Saunders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. The side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll run on first down. Right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wright. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jacobs. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jacobs. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jacobs. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. When you see a quarterback retreating a scrimmage toward the other goal line like that usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins. And that is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10 again for the 41.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jenkins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Jenkins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sorry for the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to someone else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. Room here to run. Still going. They can't stop it. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
From the gun on third down, Jacobs. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems. Now we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. Let's take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Back. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll end up going backwards. And being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. In defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
See how they respond now. They'll keep it on the ground. Right, finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 119 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. On 1st and 10, Jacobs. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 8. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row they were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jenkins. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at about the 31. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point safely through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Right here. Mike 28.
On first down, it's Wright. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
We got 4. Mike, 55. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Wright. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.